remember on Wednesday night I spoke about I'm from the blue teeth era. Do you remember that advert? Does anybody remember that advert? When it was
Yes.
that Vodacom advert and they stood in and the guy says, "No, I've just got my new phone. It's got blue teeth and everything." Do you remember that ad?
Yes.
No.
That is
No.
Norm. That was Norm. Norm who joins our meeting. That was Norm in the ad. And he said to me, Moneta, you referring to that? And I said, yes. And so anyway, so this is what I'm saying is that we're the blue teeth, and I kind of I fit into that generation. So thank you, Maxine, for the time. And I'm in a mute. And yeah, let's go from here.
Thank you, Monette. I appreciate it. Okay, so well, the reason for holding the session is because I think a lot of people have joined. They understand that it's very important, especially now in South Africa, to have alternatives to banking. I think we all know somebody at least that's had money grabbed by I'm just going to say it, SARS, and we know about the stories about the Reserve Bank as well. So this is a lot bigger than just joining Bitcoin Wise and earning back. It's fantastic, but it's an absolutely secondary thing. And I think um, Tina's Stephanie's already on, Tina's already on, but all the others that will be listening to the recording might not have an account yet. So I just want to recap quickly um, the basics and the concept. So first of all, and I think Roger also struggled with this in the beginning, there's basically, I'm going to use my fingers like that. There's two parts to this. You've got Celbux, which is the physical wallet. Okay, that is where your funds go in and they get turned into what they call vouchers. It's just basically, it's not basically fiat anymore, and it's being used inside an internal system, which is basically what we want. But Celbux was built for the big boys. So the Pick and Pays, the Clixes, the Checkers. And if I actually started with Clicks and they built the whole internal Click system. Where the employees would also be able to purchase and get discount, etc. So they built that whole community, if I can put it, or an infrastructure economy, basically for the clicks people, and then they broadened it out to Checkers and Pick and Pay. So this is where the second part comes in, and that's Bitcoin Wise. So Bitcoin Wise gives us a link to have, as an individual, a Celbux wallet, first of all. But Bitcoin Wise also went one step further. Every time you go to a shop and you swipe your card or wherever you pay, there's a fee that goes to the bank for using that swipe function. And Bitcoin Wise said, what if we can take a portion of that fee and distribute it in between the community members? In other words, back to the people. And that's absolutely fantastic. And I don't want to go into the technical training of that because I've got other videos on that. And they've got lots of videos, etc., etc. And once you've got your account, you can actually go into the excuse me, into your back office and you can watch videos and you can download documents and it's all of it's in there. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time on that. I actually want to show you how it actually works when you're actually using it and where to go in. Are there any questions so far before I go on? Okay, all right. I'm going to give chance for Q&A in the end in any case. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share screen. Let's start at the beginning. Hold on a second. Just tell me if you can see the screen. Can you just confirm for me?
Yes.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. You're going to sign up. You need to sign up into a community, in other words, with a referral link. So this is the website, becw.co.za. But I'm going to show you a shortcut later on as well. But just for the basics, I want to sign into my account. So I'm going to use, let me just get the right one that I want to go into. Your account, because when South Africa starts with 27, Lesotho is also on board, so they start with a different one. Okay, but that is then the international form. So let me just type this in. 6823. I think I've actually put glasses on. Uh, okay, let me just get in to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is, now I've got my Zoom thing in the way. Okay, All right. This is basically what it looks like. You've got all the information here that says how you can earn with Bitcoin Wise. So everything that you do, everything that you buy, in any case, your groceries, the petrol that you put in, I know we don't like the rates and taxes, but you can actually pay that as well. Food and restaurants, electronics, lifestyle, anything on Take-A-Lot. You can do so much. Medical and wellness. Personally, I'm also a merchant, and we're going to talk about how to become a merchant a bit later as well. But this is where you can actually literally go and look at all these things. But you can also go into the Celbux, which will be a more complete list, by the way. These are just the big ones. All right. This explains it to you, etc., etc. Now, if you sign up, maybe I must quickly, I can't do that now. Okay, let me just regress a little bit. This is basically where you're going to see what is happening in your community. Remember, Celbux is the wallet itself. Bitcoin-wise is the one where you're actually going to earn and you can view community, and it links you so that you as an individual can have a wallet. So I just want to run quickly first through Bitcoin-wise, and then we're going to go to Celbux. When you go to settings, this is very important. Once you have signed up, you've got your own referral link. And this is how you're going to build your own community as well. So you can just copy the link there and you can just paste it into WhatsApp as easy as that. So I will go to, uh, let's look at Monet. Let me just send it to her quickly. Okay. And paste it and I send it off to Monet. And you can see there, can you see that at the bottom? It says 15708. That's your member number. Personally, I'm number 310. So everybody that signs up will have their own member number. That's important going forward. Right, let's get back to here. When you sign up, you can be able to see all your referrals, and I want to show this to you. There are different levels. But like I said, I'm not going to go into that. There are many other videos about that. But you can actually see who has paid, who's active, who's doing what. They've added now all their links as well, so you can help them if you want to. So that's under the TASA so far. I can see there's Monet, she's 17099. Okay, so this is where you keep track of who is in your community, and it's not a infinite thing. You can have 11,110, if I'm correct, in your community. But everybody just keeps growing. The more people use this, the more we're going to be sending a huge message to everybody else and to the bank specifically. Okay, there's BC, your manual. You can download that. You can access your starter pack. There are loads of things in here, step-by-step guides, how it actually the rewards earn. So go through that. Okay, I'm not here to do that now. Instructions for funding the wallet with vouchers. You've got a PowerPoint presentation. Everything that you need is there. Now we get to the crux of it. And this is where we go to Celbux. So Celbux is the physical wallet. If you're on your phone, what I suggest is you create a little shortcut on your not your desktop, your phone screen, where you can just go into there, and there you've got full wallet access. So I keep on struggling with the Zoom thing that keeps going all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to sign in. Just something to note, you only press once. They keep bots out. So if you're going to keep on pressing enter, 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 it's actually going to block you. All right, so whatever you do here, you just click once. All right, let me just put that in again. So remember, this is your cell phone number. That is basically your account number. And they will send you, as soon as you've signed up with BitcoinWise, you'll get an SMS that gives you your password, which is like a PIN number. Okay, I'm going to go into the wallet. And I'm going to show you this. Things have built up in this account. So I'm going to show you exactly how to collapse things as well. All right. So basically here we've got a dashboard. It gives you a summary. It gives you transaction volumes and just a basic overview. But what you're interested in is in the left, it says here, my vouchers. That is basically what you're interested in. Okay, like I said, just click once and wait. And then you'll see I've got a voucher here for 606 Rand. I've got another voucher here, and I've got to move this Zoom thing again. Okay, there's a 60 Rand, and there's a monthly earn of 3 Rand as well. Now, I want them all together. I don't want different vouchers. Now I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Roger's still using the vouchers individually. You can view it. So I can go to Clicks or Discam or wherever I'm going to shop or at the merchant, and I can give them that voucher number. And the amount on that voucher is 606. But what do you do with a voucher that is only 3 Rand, for instance? Okay, so I'm going to close that for security reasons. I want them all in one voucher. So all I do is I press on any of these little 3 dots. Do you see them on the right of every block? And it gives me view, transfer, reset, or collapse or merge. So now I want them in one voucher, and I just press collapse. It says on the bottom, merging vouchers. I just leave it alone, and it says vouchers merged successfully. I just want to go out and in again. Now I've got to move this again. I could go back to my vouchers. Just want to show you that it has merged. Oh, it hasn't merged yet. Okay, let me just give it a few minutes. There we go. It's merged. All right. So now everything, all my vouchers are in one voucher. So it's all linked. So what BCWise did was some people were struggling with the concept of entering the PIN, where you swipe your card. It's got a little keypad thing. So you manually used to put your voucher in there. Now they've created cards, and the cards are down to 50 Rand each, by the way. When we joined, it was like 100 Rand each. And to join BCWise is also 200 Rand now, not 350. Okay, so that's a good incentive to get everybody on board. Once I've got my card, I order my card, I get my card, and I just want to load it. I just go to card registration. I type in the card number over here, and I just press register card, and automatically it syncs with your wallet. So now when I go to Pick and Pay or Clicks, I can just give them that card number. I just type that in. I don't have to remember different voucher numbers. It's all automatically linked and updated in the balance. Okay, let me stop there. Any questions so far?
So, Maxine, you don't get a physical card.
Yes, you do. You've got an
You
option.
do.
You can, yes. Roger hasn't got a physical card, but that's his choice. So he carries on with the old way that we used to just use the voucher numbers. But you can now get a card for 50 Rand. So you can order 10 cards, one for everyone in your family or whatever you want to do, and pay one delivery fee. And I told him about Pudo, so it's going to cost you 49 Rand for delivery. So that's cheap. It's a physical card. So I've got that in my purse, and I just go and I use the same number every single time. That's what I type in because it's linked to my card now. Much easier.
Okay. So, when you say the card the number you're using, is it quite a long number?
Yeah, what I showed you on the screen here. I don't want to do that big amount now.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So that voucher number will be the card number.
If you link your card, you've got 2 ways of doing it. You can either use the voucher number, which will be different, and every time you buy, say for 300 Rand, it will deduct it from the total. You'll get an SMS that gives you a new voucher number. But because
Okay.
it linked the card now, it automatically updates on the card. So you don't have to every time go into your SMSs and check the new voucher number because everything is automatically linked to your card now. So I can go from Clicks to I just paid, let's spend 300 Rand. Next door, I go to Checkers and I just quickly want to buy bread and milk and I just use the same card number. It just makes it easier.
Yeah, okay. So you don't tap the card.
No, you don't tap it, no. I'm
Okay.
very skeptical about taps.
No, I just want to understand. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just basically typing it in where you would swipe your card normally. It's just the card number that you type onto the pad, that number pad. It's the same machine. Just type it in and
Okay.
enter, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I did
Maxine?
mention, yes.
Hi. Sorry. If we paid 350 joining fee, do we get the card? Because I have received no card.
No. They brought out the card system. If you want to use the card, it's 50 Rand each. When I ordered mine, I paid 100 Rand each, and I paid 110 Rand for delivery. So they've brought down the costs now. So to join Bitcoin Wise is now 200 Rand. They just announced it in the week. So they've brought down that to 200 Rand, and the cards are down to 50 Rand each. So if you want a card, that's what you're going to pay additionally, 50 Rand.
And how much courier?
Well, if you do it on Pudo locker to locker, it works out to 49 Rand. So if you want to order for a lot of people, let's say you're a whole group, you need 10 cards or 20 cards or whatever, it will all fit into that package and only pay one delivery fee.
Okay, thank you.
So it's not per card, it's per delivery. So if you club together and they all order cards and put it into one batch, obviously delivery is cheaper. Okay, then what's very important for us in our community is to get merchants on board. So you've got your private account that you've created. I've got my Maxine Immelman one, and that is on BcoinWise. You can see it there. But I also want to be a merchant. And we had a meeting about this, many moons ago, where I actually looked at this whole thing of a merchant and I looked at the paperwork and I just saw VAT registration, tax number, CIPRO number, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, okay, it's not for us, and I closed it down. But when we contacted the CEO and we explained what our situation is and that we are living men and women and we are sole practitioners and we've got businesses, but we do not have registration numbers and tax numbers and all of that, he said it's not a problem. So when you sign up as a merchant, they changed the system for us or to accommodate us so that I can just put in my ID number instead of registration number, and I can actually print out the paperwork and I can fill in with blue ink, and I actually put my red thumbprint on and I sent it back and they approved it, and my merchant account is open. Now, the merchant account can work in two ways. If you've got a huge system and you've got, let's say you've got a few butchery outlets that you run, or like I know some people know pet shop owners, you can actually let them link it to the POS system. If you are somebody like me, I'm a sole prop, and everything that I do just goes through one system. All I do is I log into a different. It's not the classic Celbux that you see here. It's a merchant login, and I'll use my password. It's a different password, but now I'm a merchant. So it's a picture I can't show you now immediately what it looks like. So, but all it is on the login page, I will put in an amount. Let's say Monette is buying a book from me. She gives me her voucher number, whether it's not the card number if she has one, or just the voucher number, and I put that number in. So I put in, let's say the amount 200 Rand, and then it asks me for the voucher number. I type in the voucher number and I say process. Immediately, the funds are processed into my merchant account. Then the other question was, I'm going to stop sharing for now. Let me just get out here quickly. Sorry. Let me just see how to stop sharing. I'm so bad at this. Why do I stop
Maxine, can
sharing?
I ask a question while you still got this open?
Yes, please do.
Okay. If you look at your voucher number, just below the voucher number, it says 168 cash.
Mm.
Okay. Mine says, I can't remember if it says 168, that it says, it gives a number and it says spend.
Okay,
Okay,
that was
instead of
something that
cash.
yeah,
Yeah.
they changed that recently. I'm not very fond of that, but I think the reason why they did that was to differentiate between all the commissions that you're getting. I don't like the word commissions, but you are getting funds back from everybody in your community spend, okay, on a monthly basis. And you also get funds back when somebody joins. So if I go to Melissa and Melissa joins under me, under my referral link, I will get on that Friday, I will get a 50 Rand thank you, basically. That will go as a 168 cash. And when I pay funds in and I'm going to spend, it will actually go into a spend voucher. So now you can see what did I earn out of commissions, for lack of a better word. It will be the 168 cash. And then you've got your 168 spend, which is all the funds that I pay into my account to convert into vouchers out of the banking system. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thanks, Maxine.
Okay, and then just to add to that, I know Monette also asked, if you want to draw cash, can you draw cash? Yes, you can. They charge you 10 Rand for it. The only thing that I must make sure is I know I can do it online and I can pay it into my banking account. But her question was, can I do it at Checkers or Pick n Pay? And I just want to make 100% sure about that because I've never done it myself. But I'm assuming that it should be yes, if you can draw cash, but they're going to charge you 10 Rand for it. So
I have
yes, you
done
can
it.
do that.
I've done it. It works at Checkers.
Fantastic. Okay, thanks. Okay, so we've got the answer on that. Any other questions?
There's a question in the
I've
chat.
typed a question.
Yeah. How do we get cash deposited into this account via EFT?
Yes, you pay EFT. I wonder if it shows here. Let me
Is there
see.
another option? No,
I suppose you can
direct
pay,
deposit, yeah.
yeah, direct deposit, but then you know that the banks take that fee as well. The easiest would be to actually just pay it into that bank account. So when you do that, there's a whole manual. Remember, I made a manual for Tasasa, Monet, that I sent you with the Tasasa link and everything. And it's like a step-by-step guide exactly, and all the details are on there.
Okay.
Okay, and then you must just be sure when you deposit funds into your wallet that you use your reference number, which is your cell phone number starting with 27, because that's your account number.
Okay.
Then it gets allocated directly.
Sorry,
If
I'm going to
I
put
want
this,
to,
I've got a noise here.
if I want to, let's say Rally and Monet needs to go to court and they need money for petrol or whatever they need. Remember, anything that you can do at a Checkers or Pick n Pay kiosk, all those services are included. So I can pay for a bus, I can pay a plane ticket, and whatever you can do there. You can pay for your rates and taxes, buy prepaid electricity, buy airtime, all of that. Anything that you can do there is included. If I want to transfer funds, I just press here on transfer funds. Let me just move my Zoom thingy again. It will say the recipient's username. So now I just get Monet's number and I will type Monet's number in there starting with 27. I'll put in the amount that I want to send to her. Let's say it's 600. And I'm going to just take that out again. And you see the maximum transfer amount is 1 million. Sorry? Yeah, 1 million. Okay, so that brings me back to the cash amount that you can have. If you look at the top, there's a little wallet. That's when you pay funds in and you're a merchant, you'll actually see that active. But when you're just an individual, it will all go line vouchers. All right, so just something to know. But the maximum that you can have here at one time is 30,000 Rand. The amount you can have in vouchers is unlimited. That is important because if you do a transfer at a bank and that transaction is over 10,000 Rand, you get flagged. So this eliminates that as well. Okay. So if I send money to Monette now and I press send transfer, within a second, she's got it in her wallet. It's very fast. It's very easy. Any other questions?
Yes, please. But surely the system is linked to some other major systems that we know about, that your cell number is flagged. And then there will be like investigations and where is this from? Why didn't you declare this, etc.?
Okay, let me try and explain it like this. I'm a drawer, so I'm going to draw in the air. Um, Celbux uses Netbank, and they've got the legal responsibility to comply as a financial service provider. Whoever uses their system has got no need to do that, which also brings us back to digital ID, by the way. So when you pay money into that Netbank account with your account number, which is your cell number, it automatically converts into a voucher. It's not fiat anymore. It's not the bank fiat anymore. So SARS can't go withdraw money from that. They can't because they don't accept vouchers, etc. But we have to use somebody in between. And at this stage, it's Celbux that's carrying that responsibility. And we just the users. We just use the system. That's all. Nobody can take your money. I can't go steal out of Manette's account. I can't do anything. I can send funds, yes, and I can pay for services and I can do all of that. But I can't physically steal anything. And somebody like SARS or the Reserve Bank can't take it because it's not fiat money anymore. It's converted into the system into vouchers. It's now a completely different monetary system, if I can put it that way.
But it's
And
actually
Maxine,
digital money.
Sorry, just repeat that last one.
It's digital money.
It's
A
basically
voucher
digital
is
money.
digital.
Yeah, it's digital.
So we're playing into the system, surely.
Well, we're using the system to our benefit, if I can put it that way. And until we have our own system in place that works, we need something to keep our money safe. I don't want to go over a certain amount in my Capitec account. I don't. And then I'd rather accumulate my funds and I know that I can buy food and I'm sorted with everything that I need for the month. Just to keep, I know we don't like talking about global, but that's a very good example where they built their whole system. How many years has it been now? 5 years, 4 years? But it's useless because you can't use the system. It's not linking to the external systems at this stage. So it means nothing. This system is an interim that we're using until we can get something like that up and going. But it's out of the system and it's not reflecting on our side, if I can put it that way. So it's an interim solution until we can get something like a global system which will function on its own. Roger's also got a hand up.
Yeah, thanks. We all know how Relly can play devil's advocate. Well, really played devil's advocate with the Celbux Bitcoin wise. We had a whole long list of questions, and finally, even Relly was satisfied and was at our yield.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. Yeah, that's important. I forget about that. Now, if anything passes rally, it's definitely good to go. Stephanie?
Maxine, is there an actual app at all yet?
Okay, see, that's where we're the Bluetooth era.
Oh,
Apps have also
okay.
changed. Okay, everything is
Yes.
it's called a web app. So all
Okay.
I do is I create a shortcut on my cell phone, and it actually shows like we used to seeing a little app icon. Let me see if I can show it to you. Oh, I think it also says, where is that now? Okay, I don't know it's very bad. You can see there. I've got Celbux. Let me just see if I can point to the right thing. There's Celbux. There's my Celbux shortcut.
Okay.
And next to it is the Bitcoin wise. So if I want to go, there's my Celbux. That's the most important one because that's your wallet. If I click on that, automatically it's going to go to Celbux. So that, yeah, the apps have changed. It's now called web apps, and you just create a shortcut on your phone, and then I'm in. I'm going to log in, and I'm in my wallet.
Okay, thanks. I'm also very technically challenged.
And we're all learning, and it's new things and it's exciting things, but we have to be open for change, and we have to realize that we're not going to change everything overnight. And we have to use interim systems, like we say, straddle the system, but use it to your benefit. And I think that's the important part to remember. Now, I've got a bigger vision with this as well. The biggest problem in South Africa is poverty.
I'm sorry, Maxine. Two
Mm.
people had their hand up. Stephanie had her hand up, and then Nadia had her hand up. I don't think you're seeing that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And I
Let's
think
start with,
there's also written a message. Sorry. So I'm just letting you know.
okay, let me open up the screen again. Stephanie, were you first?
You've answered me. Thank you, Maxine.
Okay, fantastic. Nadia?
Hi, I'm not sure if this question has been asked yet. So for me to transfer funds to my wallet, I would need to do that from my bank account, right?
If you're going to transfer, yes.
Okay. Soon we would need to have digital ID to get into our bank accounts and to do any transfers. How will this affect well, I need to have a digital ID then. And
Okay.
then also, I'm sure that the Celbux will allow one to have more freedom of movement in the sense of where they can't really track like where you're spending. So that's a good thing. However, it is connected to my cell number. How can one prevent such tracking and tracing in this case?
Okay. First of all, to answer you, I did say that because Celbux is the risk carrier, they're the financial institution that needs to comply with the banking licenses, etc., that they need to do digital ID, etc. And when we spoke to the CEO, he explicitly said we, the users, we don't have to. However, having a bank account and then forcing us to have digital IDs is an issue. So we have to get these accounts now. Once everybody's got that going and all the funds are flowing inside the wallets, you don't need the banks anymore. And if somebody wants to pay me, let's say Roger's not a merchant, I am a merchant. So let's say Roger's not a merchant and he wants to pay money to Roger and he says, but please don't pay into my ABSA account or FNB account. Please pay into my wallet. Then he just gives you the details with his account number and pay it into there directly. So it doesn't reflect through his bank so that he must go pay it into the wallet. And once we're all inside the wallet with our funds, we can just start paying and buying from each other without it ever going through the banks. But we're now in the beginning stages of this. So I hear your concern, but the quicker we can get out of that, the better. The more people that are using this alternative system, the less we need to use the bank accounts. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, well, a lot of it, yes. Thank you for that, Maxine.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, we are still straddling the system, but we have to find something that's working now, and we have to do something now. We can't sit and say, "Oh, tomorrow SARS took all my money. Oh, the Reserve Bank took all my money." We need to put it into an alternative thing where they can't grab it. Monette?
Yeah, I actually agree with that because FNB is now starting to say to me that I need to come in and FICA again, and I do not want a FICA, which means then that they want the digital ID. So I am really, yes, it is, still the cabal system. And I read Tina's clause that what clause can Nedbank produce stating that they may not, fish in your account. It's not their account, is what I'm understanding. It's just that Celbux is the middleman. So they're taking all the heat from needing to do the digital ID and all of that stuff. They're doing it. So in a way, we are definitely still using the cabal, but we're still hurting the banks because we're still pushing it through them. Maybe we're not hurting the banks, but I think until there's a better system out there, I think that if anything, it's just going to get people used to doing banking differently. And I think that it will change the mindset. So it's not a perfect situation. The fact that Nedbank's there, and the reason why Tina always harps on about Nedbank is it's the banks that are taking her on at court. So she sees Nedbank and she's like, You know what I mean? It's like a red herring in front of her. Whereas, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you use. It's the same as voting for a political party. It doesn't matter who you're going to vote for. They're all bad. But this one is just a little bit easier because it's creating this wallet. And I don't think, like Stephanie, talking even on the property, we're not going to change it overnight. So I think if anything, it is a very good way to start moving people just out of the banking because it's the best we've got at the moment. And there are guys that are busy developing. I mean, Michael Tellinger, which there's all other kinds of things that are happening at the moment. But I think that for this being 200 Rand or 300 Rand or whatever it is, that's what you pay in transactional fees. But now that is my question on this as well. So if I pay in 300 Rand, what is my transactional fee? Well, I
Zero.
get the clean 300 Rand if I had to do an EFT. So
Yes.
where would they be making their monthly money or their like the banks do? Look where my mindset is.
Yeah, that's a very good question because now you've spent the money at, say, clicks. And there's a fee that then goes to Celbux that the shop pays. So that comes in when you're a merchant. And I think it's, well, Net, I must actually go through my paperwork again, but I think it's a 3% or a 1.5%, depending on the amount. So the merchant will be paying to use the Celbux function for the payment processing. And that's where those funds then will get distributed on a monthly basis for usage. So if I spend 6,000 Rand a month through my wallet, in my community, it gets split up into little amounts. And it doesn't start big. I mean, my first one was 22 cents for the month, and now I'm averaging at least 20 Rand, which is not a lot. But that brings me back to the issue of poverty in South Africa. If everybody had to use this, I mean, you're going to put petrol in, you're going to buy food, you're going to buy electricity, you're going to do that in any case, but you're not earning back on it. Now you're at least earning back, not only on your own spend, but from everybody in your community. So you're creating a passive recurring income, which might not be big now, but where you're going to be in 5 years' time, where you can actually pay all your basics. So that's the added bonus that BcoinWise gives us. Never mind just the access to the wallets, but it's giving us that as well. So the more people that use it, the more everybody benefits. And I really like the way that they structured it. It's quite a genius. Very, very well done. I yield. Any other questions?
Okay, so Mary's asking that can you share the paperwork again with us? And then her next question was, is there an intro and an educational video that you can share? And then that will get us in. And then the other thing is, on a personal note, what was my cell phone number, my account number? Where would I get it? Because I don't even know where I am with it. Do I go and get that in when I log in?
You're going to log in. Let me quickly go out here again.
Sorry, man. I really am sorry. I
Okay,
missed
I'm
that
still,
with
I am still sharing
pre-telling.
the screen, correct? So you can
Sorry.
see that. I am still
Is she still
sharing the
sharing?
screen.
Yes, you got it.
Okay. All right. Okay, if you don't have an account yet, you have to join through a referral link, and you will join the Tsasa community. So I want to, let me say just, we go to bcw.co.za and I want to register. It's going to give you the screen, and you're going to say member. I'll put in all my details. Oh, and just a word of caution here, because we all very, don't do this. Don't go to merchant. If you want to be a merchant, contact me. We're going to do it a different way as a sole prop with physical paperwork. So just sign up as a normal member. You put in all your personal details. We've got that. It's just unfortunately normally what we do. And then you're going to click on member number. That's your sponsor. And that is TSASA. And the TSASA sponsor number is 15708. And that is all in that document that I created for TSASA. Monet, do you still have it?
Honestly, I don't know. I'll have to go look, but I don't know. If you could send it, it would be, I know I'm taking advantage, but I can go look for it because I know you did send it.
I think we did also share it in the group. I did clean up my computer the other day because I was crashing.
I
So I
think we
did
shared
clean
it in
out
the group as well. I think
yeah.
Roger's got it.
Yeah, Roger should have it.
Yes, I
Uh,
think I have it.
okay, Roger, if you can please just help us to share that, because that's the step by step what to do, where to join, just step by step so that you can go through that. And then if you join in the TASA community, it's 15708. But the link is also in that document. So you just click on the link and it takes you straight here and it's already filled in for you. Okay, so that's when you sign in or sign up, sorry. And then in the end, it will give you the banking details of where to pay the 200 Rand. And I think Nadia was a bit late. They dropped their cost to 200 Rand now. So it's 200 Rand to join and 50 Rand if you want a card. Okay, so I just want to log in. I'm just going to use mine quickly. Sign in. Okay. I did explain where to link your card. Here's your starter pack. Orly, so when you log in, you go to your starter pack. You can download the manual. You can do all of that. There's a PDF that you can download. You can access your starter pack here. This is where you're going to get all the videos and everything that you need. Okay, so you need your member number. That's my number. Okay, so you've got Shopper Toolbox. They've done everything for you. Here's your intro video. Excuse me. I've got such a butter on my keel today. Okay, this is Franz. He actually started this whole concept. Unfortunately, he's not the best English speaker. Welcome. There's a YouTube channel that they've got. How to preload your own wallet. There's a user manual. You've got the merchandise that you can buy if you want to do that. Some people are actually making a business out of this. Training meetings. So all the meetings will be there. You've also got done for you marketing if you want to share like little videos with friends and family. You actually create it here. It puts in your link automatically, and you can just send it on WhatsApp. Very, very clever. And training and yeah, there's a 90-day challenge, whatever. Like I say, people are either doing this to actually create income or they are seeing the bigger picture of having the alternative as a banking option. And both are obviously relevant. I just also want to just quickly see if they moved this. Because if I want to look at all the merchants, for instance, let's see where they put it now. Okay, there's all my messages. SMS, SMS. So they did update the website, so I just want to double check where things changed. Log out, I think log out. If I remember correctly, it's on the home page. Okay, so now I'm out of that wallet. It explains to you what is Celbux benefits for everyone. Those are the big boys, but like I say, now all our small mom and pop shops can get on board, and that makes a huge difference. Okay, so you can see all the merchants, you can see supermarkets and grocery stores. It will show you exactly where they are. Spa, they're busy getting on board, but spas are franchises, so it depends on the franchise. But all the other ones are there. Restaurants, wellness. You see, they only mention the big ones. But there's a place where you can actually get the whole list, and I'm trying to find that because then you actually find my name as well. So if I'm baking birthday cakes or I make vetkoeken, and I walk around the office blocks and I sell vetkoeken mince, I can be a merchant. And why would you rather buy from me than from the corner shop? Because you actually get money back every month from your spend. Now you buy vetkoeken and you're actually going to get money back on the money that you've spent. And you're keeping it inside the community. It's an absolutely brilliant concept.
Very
Okay,
cool.
I'm going to stop there for now. Any other questions?
Yeah, Maxine, I support a lot of small business people. Like I buy eggs from a guy that's got a plot, and he's got a whole load of hens and stuff like that. So I want to try and get them on board, and I buy from a lady who buys direct from the farmers. So I buy all my meat from her, and chicken and everything. So I want to try and get them on board.
Yes.
So um, if you don't mind, if I speak to them, I'm obviously not as educated as you are, and that I can ask them to call you.
Well, you can, but Stephanie, let me just check. You are already signed up. You've got a position
Yeah.
here, correct? All right. So go to your starter pack and go through those videos, and it literally gives you everything that you need. All these little videos that you can watch, you can also easily, but if you get stuck, yes, let them speak to me. Remember,
Okay.
when you've logged in here and you go to settings, you're going to get your link here, your member number link. So when you
Yeah,
share with
that I
them,
all that I all know. Yeah,
yeah, okay,
I'm
so
aware.
let them use that link because that's how we're growing the community.
Okay.
But you're welcome. Yeah, I'm on the busy side, but I promise I will answer them. But it's much easier, to get to know exactly what it's about.
I
But it's
think
it's actually just as easy. It's just a different way of paying. That's all.
Yeah, I would prefer to know how to do it, because I understand that we're all busy, and I'd like to get them on board for me to be able to pay them as well, and to get out of the banking system as much as I can. So it would be nice to get them on board for that
Yes.
example.
because that's
Okay,
what
well, this is
Stephanie
all.
was asking Max. She was asking like to make them now into merchants. She wants to go. So if we want to go out and find all people that we want to turn into merchants, how do we get them to become merchants?
Okay, so when we did here, let me just log out. Remember, I showed you here, you can choose between member or merchant. Now,
Mhm.
most of them, I don't know if they like us, that we don't have any registration numbers, we don't have anything like that. If they do have tax numbers and all of that, they can just fill in straight on the sign up. They can go add that.
Why do they
You will
even
see.
ask for tax numbers though? I find that interesting if they can't come and take in this account. Why is tax number relevant on this site? That's very interesting. Because if it
Well,
is like a private site,
but that's just merchants. Okay. So remember when we spoke to the CEO and I said, well, we don't do this. We
mm,
just don't operate like this. And that's why I say, if you like me and you, and I'm a sole proprietor, I will not do this online thing at all. Okay. When you want them to join as a merchant, rather let them contact me.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Let
what I
me,
was trying
and
to get to.
yes,
yes.
Yeah.
yes. For merchants specifically, sorry, yes. So that I can then send them the paperwork. They basically print it out. They get an email. They can print it out. They can sign in blue ink, and it's a hefty document. But I went through the whole thing, and there's nothing funny in it. It's a very standard agreement of use. There's nothing funny in there, and I scrutinized it. But yes,
Yeah,
for the
that
merchants, let them contact me.
sorry, I'm interrupting, but that is exactly my point, is that a lot of them are just one man businesses, and I think that they will be scared off having to upload, because I don't even know if they have a CIPC document, because I
Oh,
mean, I'm just buying from them. I mean, I don't even, I mean, I don't ask them that question. And I think that's what would be scaring them off, Maxine,
well,
is
it
that
scared
they
me
would
off.
have to have all of that. Yeah.
All they do is they join as a member, normal member. Once they're on board there, then we do the paperwork for the merchant and not online. And Like the CEO of Celbux said to us, if we do that, you actually fill in something your where it asks all these other funny things like tax number, blah blah. It looks a bit different to this, but this will actually be your ID number, and you can leave that open. But there's a different way that we do it. That's why when they sign up, don't let them do it here, because here they're
Okay.
going to ask you for all their details. We're going to
Yeah.
do it slightly differently. Let them just sign up
Okay.
as a member so that they are there. And then we're just going to link a merchant account. So it takes about a week, I think it was about a week and a half for them to create the physical page where you can accept the payments.
Okay,
Okay,
but
so
but for now, for argument's sake, they could sign up as a member, and I could pay them member to member as well.
yes, you can,
Okay.
but you're not going to earn on that. Because remember when we went to the account itself, let me just quickly go in. I can transfer to you now, but it's not, you're not going to earn back on it. But yes, I can pay you. To answer your question, yes.
Okay, so in order for them to earn from it, then they need to be signed up as a merchant.
For you to earn back.
Oh, okay. For them to, okay, all right.
Yeah. So yeah, it depends how you want to look at this. But if they've got that as an option and we get all their clients to also become members, we're already growing our community hugely and we're making a huge statement. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my password here. I just want to quickly go through that because Nadia was a bit late. Um, yeah, I've got so many passwords here. Sorry, guys, just bear with me. Got like 4 pages of stuff. It's actually horrific. Okay, sorry. Remember just once and wait. Okay. You see on the left here, if I want to transfer funds, I can transfer funds. If I want to pay my husband, for instance, I just put in his number, type that incorrectly. I'll put in the amount, even if it's R1 or R2 or whatever I want to pay him. And I just go to the back, I click on transfer, and within seconds, it's in his wallet. Very, very, very fast.
Max, what is the transfer fee between wallets? Do you pay every time
0.
you pay?
No, no
Okay.
cost. No cost. So like just to come back again to the question that you asked, where does that percentage come that they split? That's from the merchants, which is a certain percentage depending on the amount. And a percentage of that gets split in between all the community members back to the people. So it's the merchants carrying that. But for me to pay Roger or Roger to pay me, it's instant. So if like I say, from the TASA account, if you want to pay Rally to for a taxi or whatever, or a bus down to whoever, you can go to Checkers and actually pay with his wallet. And you can transfer the funds to him. You can go to Checkers, buy his bus ticket, and done. Yes, Stephanie?
Me again. Um, on the fact that we can get cash from, say, Checkers, like Roger confirmed, will they not? I'm doing a devil's advocate here, but will they not require a ID in a later stage because you're drawing cash? I mean, we all know they're trying to phase out cash. I mean, we understand that, but like for me, I like to use a cash, not at the moment. Would they now want to ask for your ID, or because it's from this wallet, they will just give it to you?
That's like asking me if I've got a crystal ball. But at this stage, they don't ask you for anything like that. I don't know what will happen in the future.
Yeah.
But at this stage, they don't ask that at all because it's available in your wallet and they have to give you the cash. So I don't know what's going to happen in future, but at this stage, it's not an issue. No.
No, fair enough.
Okay. Uh, okay. Then
Hi,
we've got
I'd like
yeah.
to know, can somebody deposit cash into this account or EFT it, and what account number would I give them?
Okay, so it's a NetBank account. Everything is in that startup document. And your reference
Okay.
number is your account number, which is your cell phone number starting with 27, drop the 0. So they can
Okay.
pay directly
Thank you.
into that NetBank account, yes. And it gets allocated to
Okay,
your
thank you.
wallet. Okay, Nadia?
Thank you.
Ideally, what we would like would be for our employers to actually pay straight into our wallets, and
Yes.
then use Celbux and our voucher numbers, and then go to, say, barter and trade, or little markets, and then buy through via the markets, because in that way, I think we are less trackable as such.
Yes.
How can employers, or are there cases like that? Do employers actually pay into these wallets? How do we get them on board?
Yes, they do. Yeah, you're getting the bigger picture now. Wonderful. Yes. I know personally of people who pay all their workers in a little small shop. They all get paid directly into the wallet, as long as you've got a wallet. So let's say I've got uh, well, hairdresser is probably a bad example. But let's say I've got a sweet shop and I've got 4 workers, and they say no, they also want to receive their salaries into there. All I do is I transfer it directly into their wallets. And if I'm a merchant accepting all of this, I've already got a lot of funds in the wallet. That's where we want to get to. So there's no issue. But even if I'm not there yet and I can't afford all of them, I can still pay from my bank account into their wallet straight away, until we're at that point where everybody's functioning on the wallets. But yes, you're definitely getting the bigger picture. That's exactly where we want to be.
So, your bigger corporations, and so would they be on board with that?
You can approach them. You can approach them and say, please, can I, let's say you work for, I don't know, I've been out of the corporate world so long, for, I don't know, a dentist. And you say, please, can you pay my salary into my NetBank account, please? And it's okay, I just fill in the documents and you change it to the NetBank and you say, please just make sure that you use this reference. And you give them your account reference, which is the cell phone number, the 27 with a drop the 0. And if they do that, it goes directly in there. They don't even have to know. You don't have to explain to them. You just say, please, can you pay into my new account, my NetBank account? What stops them from doing that? You don't have to explain anything to them. Are you?
Okay, yeah. That sounds promising. Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions?
May I just make a comment, Maxine?
Yes, please, Roger.
I was a very slow learner, and so between Maxine and the guy who heads up this whole thing, they would send me like 1 cent, just 1 cent as a test, um, and and so that kind of taught me how to use the system. I yield.
Yeah, I want to add on to that, Roger, because it's something new. I think the easiest thing is to, they call it the Chappie test. So you put in 50 Rand into your voucher system, go to Checkers, go to Clicks, or if you want to be, I don't know who still eats Kentucky and all of that, but they're also on the system. But you can go buy yourself a burger or something, and you just give them your voucher number, and you walk out there and like, wow, okay, that was easy. I think it's just that initial fear because it's different. If you've just taken that first step and you've actually done your first transaction, everything else flows like a beautiful river. I yield. Okay, so I think I know Roger's on board. I haven't seen Nadia. I know Stefani is there already. So just to iterate again, they did drop their cost. It's only 200 Rand to get on board. It's a once-off fee. If you want a card, which is also new, which makes it much easier, so you just use one number every time at every store, that's 50 Rand a card. So things have changed and it's actually much easier now than it used to be. And it's also easier to get it into the communities. I yield.
Cool. Thank you so much, Maxine. I think if there's no more questions, then awesome. We can stop the recording and just go and be the change we want to see. And let's start working the system. So I definitely will sign in. So this Nedbank account and everything you say, I've just got to go into the starter pack and then I should get everything there. Cool.
Yes. And just to remind Roger to please just also send that document, just share it on the group so that everybody has it again.
Perfect.
I'll also then make sure, well, I'll save it again to my system because like I said, I did clean everything up. And then I'm going to upload the recording to my YouTube channel as well. And then I'll also put the TASA document in there as a link for anybody else that wants to join. And then we can grow the TASA community as we should.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But Monette, I think you are already in your,
Yes.
you've got your personal one as well.
I know. So when are you coming to show me?
That's very, very easy. Now just
I
remember,
know. So
can
I'm
I
going to
just
just
quickly
start
ask,
doing it.
let me just quickly, how do I stop sharing screen? Can you stop it from your side? Monette, probably
Let me
not.
see.
I just want to get my face on here because
Oh my
I've tried
goodness.
to go into share and I can't see where to stop. It just says share. You
Sorry.
guys could, oh, stop share. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Sorry.
There we
Okay.
go.
Right. Okay, great. So just remember, it's the two legs. You've got the wallet on the one side and you've got the Bitcoin wise giving us the smaller fish the opportunity to have a Celbux account and to also earn back from it. It's very important to just remember that there are two aspects to it. The one is physically the wallet and the one is where you actually watch your community and you get funds from all of that. Yes, Tina. You still muted, Tina? Tina's hand is up.
Sorry, got to unmute. I'm the hairdresser. How do I get my clients to just pay me direct? Because
Well,
I
okay,
gather
so
FNB will be closing my account soon.
okay, so you just say, well, there's your excuse in any case. Just say if you've got a new bank account, please can they pay into your Nedbank account? And please make sure that they use this reference. And they must just send you proof so that you can know that they've paid you. Because remember, you're going to get credited, but you might not know from who it's coming from. Because on your reference, it will be your number, 278132218886. That's your account number. So just
So
ask them,
let me just write that down.
what is your phone number? So you're
Oh,
going to
wait.
start with your country code 27, drop the 0,
It's
and then
87.
yeah.
Ah,
So
836167505.
so that will be your account number, 278736167505. So that's the reference they will put onto that Nedbank account. And as they pay it in, it automatically
Can you
becomes
just
valid.
repeat that number? Is that what I have on TASA?
Let me just check for you quickly. I'm going to share again. I don't want to do your private stuff here. But Tina, did you already sign up? Yes, you did, hey?
No.
Okay. Okay, now you have to sign up first and create. Let me just share quickly again.
Okay, no, don't worry.
Well, she'll get it
Maybe
from
I will
us
sort that out.
because we're going to do it as well with Kirsten. So we'll handle that. We'll get it on the video.
Okay.
Kirsten's watching
Okay.
as well.
Oh, all right, fantastic. Okay, so just assist everybody where they can. Because yeah, like I said, you can either become a merchant, do that if you want to, but that's going to cost you funds. If it's just because you want something else and you're not worried about the earning back at this stage, I would just say tell them to pay into the Nedbank account and please use that reference number. They must just send you proof that they've paid so that you can keep track that they did pay for services and know who paid. I'll put it that way.
Okay, how do they pay in? Just into that account number.
With
Yeah,
an
exactly how they
EFT,
would pay you by EFT. But
like
they
they
pay
normally would.
they pay just direct.
Most
They're
pay
paying into
by
your new account. They're paying into your new account, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Maxine.
Okay, is that everything? All right. Okay, so Roger, please just if you can just share the document. Monet, if you can please send me the recording, and then I'll get it up onto YouTube as well, so that we can assist a lot more people and actually get this ball running. And I think there's never been a better time to get this idea across. I think that people have all seen the Reserve Bank dramas. They've all now heard of people just SARS taking all the money out of accounts. And I think this is probably the best time. And it's not about just earning back on everything that I spend on in any case. It's a much bigger thing. And it's getting the alternative banking system going. And I think it's a brilliant time to do that. And because they've now lowered the cost as well, it's only 200 Rand and 50 Rand a card. It's a brilliant time to do it. And if that's that, then I thank everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. And thank you, Monet, for
Can I
hosting.
just ask you,
Sure.
undocumented people that can't get bank accounts, can they use this system?
You're asking a very good question there.
Why could they
I want to
not?
pay my gardener. He's not local. He uses a passport. Can I pay him using the system?
Okay, does he have a South African cell phone number?
Yes.
Yes.
Then you can open it.
Yeah, that would make sense because
Okay, so that's all.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know that for certainty because Lesotho is on board. They use the same cell phone towers as us. So I just asked them, please open for Lesotho, and they opened Lesotho. But we're struggling with Namibia because they're not in the same cell phone towers. So we can't assist Namibia yet. But we can assist anybody with a Lesotho number and a South African cell phone number. So yes, we can do that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Big market.
Yes, yes. And it's people that
Massive.
need it. And I'm glad that people are finally seeing the bigger picture. When I did my first video about a year ago, everybody's like, okay, yeah, but they're still not getting it. Why would I want an alternative to my bank? They just didn't get it. And I think now with everything, all the news busting and filling up, I think they're finally getting it.
Cool. Thank you, guys. I'm going to stop
Thanks
the
very much.
recording.
Okay, thanks, Monet.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And thank you
everyone.
for your time.